How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing very well. What is your name?
My name is Charelle Barnes.
It's Charelle. Where are you from? What's your hometown?
I'm from Baltimore, Maryland.
And what brings you here today? What is your story?
I'm a 19-year breast cancer warrior. I don't consider myself a survivor because I'm still fighting. I was first diagnosed with cervical cancer back in 1995, and I was just a couple of months shy of my 21st birthday. And didn't know how you could get cervical cancer, where it came from, or anything. Back then, there wasn't a lot of young women, well, there weren't any young women getting any type of cancer that I knew of. And cancer was still hush-hush. I just went and spoke with my doctor, and, he recommended surgery. So, in less than a week, my surgery was scheduled. I had the surgery done. Everything went well. It was in and out, really quick. And when they come in recovery, you're still out of it. So I really didn't remember too much. I had my mom and my boyfriend waiting in the waiting room. Didn't want anybody coming back there seeing me. Went home, and a couple of days later, got a phone call, and he was like, everything was good. You remember what we talked about? And I'm like, no, sure. No, I don't remember. So he was like, we got all this cancer out. I have to go through chemo and radiation. You just want to have me kids. And at that time, that's all I ever wanted to be was a mom. So, I was just crushed, devastated, at work, trying to get myself together. And I just broke down. And I called my boyfriend, and he was like, stop crying. I don't even want to hear it. You're going to get pregnant. April the 23rd, 1995, I had my first child. So, everything worked out so far. I tried to breastfeed my son, and he wouldn't latch on. So I'm like, okay, new mom, like, not gonna worry about it. Give him a bottle, not even gonna keep trying. And at my 6-week checkup, the doctor was like, I feel something. So I don't know what it is, but I feel something. Went to an oncologist, and, they were like, well, why are you here? Went back to, another, had to have the mammogram and the sonogram, and then the biopsy. Then the phone call. Had breast cancer. I'm like, nobody in my family has cancer. I don't know what you're talking about. So I didn't really have, support. I mean, I had, my son's father, which was my boyfriend, my fiance at the time. And, he was like, well, whatever you want to do, I'm behind you. You're looking at your mom, want to get married. Okay. So I just went ahead and had a lumpectomy done. They removed some lymph nodes, Went through the chemo, went through radiation. After that, had all the tests done. Cancer's in remission. Thumbs up. Okay. In between the chemo and the radiation, I got married. We didn't have a big, church wasn't anything. It wasn't a lot of people. We invited people to his mom's house just to announce that we had gotten married. And went through life, going over again, having chemo on Friday, thinking, I had the weekend of rest, Superwoman, go back to work on Monday, dragging, I really don't want to be here, I don't know. And, it was just crazy that entire time. And then when I got the all clear, I was like, great, my life really can begin now. Then it came back. I started, I had, it was like, we recommend that you have, a mastectomy. I'm like, what? I can't even spell that. I don't understand it. Still, I'm a new mom, I'm a new wife, When you go to the support groups, there were older women there. So there was really no one there that could really, say, well, I've been through that. They were like, my husband left me this thing. I'm like, I can't go to this man damaged. So I asked him, what do you think I should do? I prayed about it and everything. I said, I'm not going to have it done. Just do what you can do to get it out. I had surgery, right back to chemo. One round of chemo. Found out I was pregnant again. It's like, stop chemo. It's like, we don't recommend you stop. I'll see you after I have my baby. December the 31st, 1996, had my second son. And went right back on chemo. Went back through the same thing again. Then I stopped working. Didn't have insurance. Couldn't pay for the treatment. So I had to stop the treatment. So it's like a domino effect. And everybody thinks that once you get cancer, automatically you get disability. Automatically you get the help that you need. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way for everyone. Let me put that out there. And, we just prayed about it. He's been by my side. He has been my rock. He has been my everything. We're going to come up on 18 years of marriage. And we have had a lot of ups and downs, more downs than ups, because now my cancer is terminal. And, we're just going through emotions. But God is very good, because this time last year we were getting our home ready for hospice. And I should be gone, because they gave me less than 6 months. And I'm still here. So, with everything that's going on and, everything, that's going on in the world, you have to put things in perspective to, what you're going through, what's going on in your household. Because as of Friday, because I was really thinking about calling and seeing if I could just cancel. Because on Friday, I found out that I had another skull-based tumor and another tumor on my spine. And they're saying that there's really nothing more that they can do and that they are going to do but put me on pain meds. And I was like, well, time? I can't give you no time, because you still here when you should be gone. So, I'm just keeping my faith, and staying within His embrace and just trying to take each moment, each minute, each second, and just try to live each day to the fullest. Because I want my kids to know that I never gave up. And anything I did, with everything that I'm going through, I never gave up the fight. There's been times that I wanted to stop and just be like, I can't do this anymore. But I look at my kids and I'm like, I gotta do this for them. I have to do this for my husband. And my kids are 16 and 18. My oldest is deaf. And it's like, I have to be here for him, because nobody's going to do the things the way I do them. So I try to keep going. And I try to just keep fighting and pressing on. And sometimes I want to give up. I just look back at the baby pictures, the boxing gloves that my best girlfriend gave me, like, to keep fighting. It's like, I don't know, it's like you really can't describe it. You can't put it into words, like really for me, what I'm going through. Because I have cancer like everywhere in my body. And some days I have good days, some days are bad days. Some days I just don't want to be bothered. I just pull the covers up over my head. But at the end of the day, I'm up. If anybody call me, say, Charelle, can I get my hair done? Can you come about 6? Can you give me time to get up? No, it's like I'm pushing myself. Because I want to keep going. I want to, as my friend says, I want you to live forever. And that's what I want. It's like, I don't know, this weekend has just been so emotional for me. Going through everything that I'm going through. And to know at that time that you have to tell your husband that they found additional tumors. And it's like he says, well, what are they going to do? And it just breaks my heart to say they're not going to do anything. To know that I won't be for him. It hurts. Because I love him so much. Not that I don't love everybody, but he's a husband. We were just dating when I figured out I had cancer. And he stayed there when he could have left. But he stayed with me. And he's a strong man because he could have left years ago. But he stayed. And he puts up with it. And he holds me whenever things are just not right. It's really hard, but I try to keep moving. I try to keep pressing on. There's hope. And I know it is. And even if I do leave, I'm leaving something for them to remember. Something for them to look back on. To say, she fought. She didn't give up. She never did. And that's what I want a lot of people to know. Fight. Fight until there is no more fight in you. Regardless of what it is. Fight.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, don't apologize. That raw emotion, that's what raw beauty is about. Can you share with us the scriptures that you held on to during your most trying time?
Psalm 119:50. To know that he can preserve me. It just really meant a lot. And to go back and to read it over and over again, it just helped me through my darkest time. It really did.
Now, in the 3 words that you think of when you think of raw beauty, could you share that with us? And if you do so, could you say it in a full sentence, like raw beauty is?
Raw beauty is fight. That's it. It's fight.
Thank you.
Oh.